dance. The number one question I got asked the most by locals was, what are you doing in this town? I didn't really know. So if you watch my videos, you know that I had just left Paris for the Olympics and I needed to go somewhere to write an essay for my contracts class. And so I wanted to go somewhere in Europe that was cheap, quiet, and somewhere I hadn't been before. Now, I've been to the south of Spain, but I went there in winter, so I really wanted to go back to Spain in the summer. But what I didn't realize is that this part of Spain is actually Basque Country. Basque Country is comprised of these autonomous communities who speak their own language, have a strong independent regional identity, and have their own cultural tradition. And it's a place that's still impacted by Franco, who was a dictator who suppressed the Basque language and imprisoned and tortured many of the people in that region and tried to stamp out the culture just generally. And they're also still impacted by the resistance, where hundreds of people died. And as recently as 2011, ETA, who were a separatist organization that led a lot of the violent resistance, dissolved. And so the protection for Basque culture and the Basque homeland is still very much alive in this region. I didn't know any of this when I went there. So I booked this cheap Airbnb in a place called Oitzon. Okay, so I'm in a small town outside San Sebastian. I might be saying that wrong.
I don't know what this is, but apparently it is of the region.
So I arrived into this town and the first thing I saw was these competitions with these people playing squash. And people were putting up banners and wearing costumes. And so I knew something was going on. And I asked someone, and he didn't speak English or Spanish. And so we asked his friend, who's doing a PhD but was from a different town. And he explained that it was actually the festival of the patron saint. So each town in the province have their own fiesta. And I had just happened to stumble onto the 1 week where this place was having a fiesta. So instead of studying, I went out to investigate. Walking up and almost everyone's in white. I'm hoping that's not a problem. I'm sitting with the kids. We're waiting for something, I don't know what it is. She's dancing, I don't know what exactly, but she's dancing. Happening right now. Oh my god! Another rocket! Oh, they're loading another rocket. Oh. And now there's music on the screen. Update. It's a lot harder to make friends than it looks in Basque Country because 1, everyone speaks Basque. 2, I don't speak Basque. 3, a lot of people don't speak English. 4, everyone here is in established friendship groups because it's a very small town. 5, 6, I don't know where I'm up to. I'm sober, so I'm trying to drink. I'm walking around, I'm just trying to remind myself that awkwardness and randomness is perceived. Just because I feel awkward doesn't mean I look awkward. So if I just walk around confidently, I'll be confident. Anyways, my mission is to at some point find some food and some friends, or just to observe what's going on. Anyways, I'm just like hiding around the corner now because it's also hard to talk to a video while you're experiencing social anxiety. Anyways, I gotta go, people are coming. I'll show you. Ah, that's so pretty. So I got a patata tortilla with paprika, patata frittata, with sabat. I think it translates to fried egg, some sort of spice, chips, bacon, and a warmish bread roll with potatoes. Yeah, but that's spicy. Let's give it a try. When in Rome. I don't know what that is. But it is like a fried cheese thing. But it's very yummy. It's expensive though. Okay, I'm saving the patata tortilla for lunch tomorrow. A totally unexpected turn of events. I really want to go on. The party is being moved down the street. I think like we're in a transition period between the Fiesta where like families are going home and the younger people are getting drunk and coming out. Pause for a sip. We're not spilling tonight. I'm definitely a little bit tipsy. To be fair, I started drinking on an empty stomach, so like that, I feel like that's why. They have something called Cali. It's something Cali. Everyone was ordering it, so I was like, hey. But it means I have to study tomorrow. Prudence, you gotta study tomorrow. Ugh, fine. I couldn't tell you what they did at the stands, but they were arranged by political activist groups, and basically they were just handing out resources. It's midnight. The next place is meant to start, I don't know when, sometime soon. I don't think I'll stay very long. I'm realizing now this Fiesta is meant to last for like 7 days. Group of Basque teenagers. They're like a group of 14-year-old girls, and they saw me taking thumbnails for my video, and they're like, "Are you a YouTuber?" And I was like, "Kinda." And then they taught me a bunch of like Basque words, and they asked me about myself, and they were just so sweet. There's a second party happening up here. There's so much going on. That's the bar where I keep getting drinks. That's Independence Side, don't really know what that means. And then down there is where the music is. And that's where the church is. This is the cafeteria area where I ate dinner. This is one of those experiences where it felt really special and genuine. There was just no tourists, there was no pretense. But for those reasons, I also felt really like an outsider.
I think this is a Basque hangout, but I don't know it.
This is the first time I'd really been on my own, because at the Tour de Mont Blanc I had managed to make friends quite like that. But this time, because no one spoke English, and there was also no solo travelers around, and so it was just a lot harder. And I didn't have the confidence to go and introduce myself to people because it really felt so tight-knit, and everyone could tell I was not from that town. And I just want you to know, if you're in a solo situation similar to that one, don't put any pressure on yourself to find friends, because that can just make it worse. Instead, just try and relax, just enjoy yourself, participate when you can, and just kind of observe and be present, because it was so special to be in this unique cultural experience that was so local and real. But also, because of that experience, I developed so much more confidence for other experiences. Like, I put myself out there more, I spoke to more people, and it gets easier. It's never easy, but it gets easier. And the memories are just so special. Yeah, everyone was really nice, and that was really cool. I loved the rides, I loved the music, I loved just like everything. It was just so much bigger than I actually expected it to be. Yeah, I've learned so much, and I meant to researching my essay. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my... Light says sleigh, or as they say in Basque, oh no. By the politics of this event. And a banner painted, but I don't know for what party, I don't know.
Manen y en plantillas.
Sleigh. So then what does this say? And then what does that say? Socialista. Another sleigh, I guess. Don't know what this means. What do we think this means? Seems to be some sort of party going to play. I'm going up there. I'm seeing spots. Also, I forgot the funniest part of all this. The 14-year-old girls asked me if I had a boyfriend. And they're like, you're alone? And I was like, yeah. They had boyfriends. Oh, we're going down again, we're going down. It's past 1 a.m. and that shows no signs of stopping. I don't know any festival in Australia that would go past 1 a.m. period. So I had like cultural FOMO. Like, I knew none of those songs, but like everyone was like into it. Like every song they were like, oh my god, this one. And like there were dance moves and everyone was choreographed. It's like, it made me really homesick for Australia, because like there are some songs that come on in Australia and you just like know it. And like it's so embarrassing now, because like when I walked around I saw like a sign for like, it just like was in Basque and it said something about ETA. And I went up to this guy in a bar and I was like, I was like, what does this mean? And I like showed him a sign and he was like, I can't explain that. And he didn't proceed to not explain it. But it's like, I'm realizing now like ETA is like, they're like their equivalent of the IRA. It's like going to an Irish person and be like, what is the IRA? Explain this to me. But like not in your native language. Like, but now I know a bit more like about the history. Asking in the light of the pharmacy sign. Basque Country. Talking to my phone in a crowded food hall. I look insane. I found a girl who was wearing a New South Wales Byron Bay jumper, and so I was like, oh my god, have you been to Australia? And she's like, no, I got it here. Anyways, I think I startled her because I led with, in English, I'm from here, and she was like, what? No, this is my jumper. Anyways, a little bit of Australia in like a rural Basque town.